What am I looking at, guys? Yeah, you guessed it. It's another scam. This one, is a HYIP, which was Atlant Invest. Unfortunately, this one has managed to scam a lot of people, and I assume that they've got a few $1,000,000 or many more than that. And so what I decided to do, I only found out about that this morning. What I've decided to do is make a quick video, try to help people avoid these scams. What you can do to reduce the risk, in other words, of losing your money on these scams. These scams are everywhere. There's scammers in rev shares, which is my preference basically online as far as making money. But there are many good rev shares. But the trick is to spot the dodgy ones, do your due diligence, and just try to reduce the risk of your hard-earned cash being taken away. Unfortunately, with Atlant, I made a video last week, basically emphasising my concerns about the program and certain things that didn't add up. However, at the time, it was paying, people were getting paid, everybody was happy with the program. And so with these things, as long as you have your eyes open, sometimes it's worth just taking a gamble, which is inevitably, that's what it is, it's a gamble. You don't know how long these things are going to be around for. So sometimes it's worth just putting in, a few dollars, $50, $25, and see how it goes. But even that is not a confirmation as to how solid or how dodgy the company is. I mean, they could disappear that afternoon. So basically what I'm doing here is just trying to show you very quick way how to avoid these scams. Now, one of the first things I do is I get onto Alexa. If they say that they've been around for a certain amount of time, and half the time I start off on the premise that I don't believe anything they say. Okay, they say they've been around for a year, 2 years, 6 months, whatever. I just read that and say, okay, how long have they really been around? So the first place I go to is Alexa. Alexa, I tap in their number, in this case is Atlant. It tells me that the business has, if we look here, been around here from kind of like, I don't know, the end of March to April. That's the duration of which the company has been in operation. And in my previous email, I went through and I showed you the company records, in fact just how long they've actually been out there, where they're based, and it tells you from here that the company originated in Russia, although on the original website it says that they've got a London address, they're registered in London, blah blah blah. Ignore all what they say, where they're registered, whatever. It's usually a pack of lies. In this case, it was a pack of lies. If you look in my previous video, you'll see the evidence that I've found to that effect. It tells you that it basically started at sometime in March and it ended in April. So the days that they reckon that they were in operation was an absolute complete lie, as can be borne out here. You can tell here the audience geography. The audience is basically Russian. 30.9% of their visitors were Russian, followed by 8.9% from India, then Ukraine, Pakistan, and Bulgaria. Okay, so not one to denigrate Russia. I tend to find that a lot of scams, a lot of dodgy programs do tend to emanate from Russia and the Ukraine. And this, it is as it is. The prince writing you an email telling you that you've won $1 million tends to come from which country? Well, we all know. And so there are various countries that are well known for particular scams, and this type of scam unfortunately tends to come from Russia. Okay, so that's my first port of call. My second port of call is a little tool that I've got here. It's basically what it does. If a website comes up and says, right, this is our director, this is our owner, CEO, blah blah blah, again, ignore it. Do your own research. Prove for yourself that it is. Basically, this is just a real simple tool. What it does is takes the image. Actually, let me show you how it works. It's better than me trying to explain. So what I did, I grabbed some images from the particular website. Okay, these are the 4 images. Okay. Now I've searched all these images and they're nowhere to be found. Okay, which is really unusual. So if I pick the girl there, I do a reverse search. Basically, that's what it's called. It's called a reverse search, and you go through and find out where the original image emanated from, where it's come from. So this girl here, she doesn't seem to be anywhere. They've got some visually similar images here. It's listed Atlant investments here. Okay, that's the site. Right, now this is the giveaway, because this girl is also known as Alec Floss, also Lydia Mihal, and again it's listed under Atlant and Atlant here. But you can tell by these 2 images here that that picture was used for has been used for other uses. Okay. If I then go back, sorry about that, get rid of this. If I go back and then I choose another picture, say for this one here. Actually, let's go for this guy here. I don't know who he was claiming to be. This is again from Atlant. So I'm just using this as a example. This is a fantastic little tool. Okay. Atlant. Okay. Now this picture has also been used for another program, Make Cash, here. So it's not exclusive to Atlant, you see. So it's actually the same picture. If I click on there, this is the same picture, guys. It's been used for a different program. So that is another giveaway. Okay. So all these things adds up to something being dodgy, and you have to be very careful. This is your hard-earned money, so you have to, touch all bases, use all the tools at your disposal, and dig down on these companies who claim to be what they're not. Another one that I'll use is Companies House. Now, Companies House is basically is a confirmation. Any company that says that they're based in London, okay, let me say it like this: any company that is officially registered in London has to be registered at Companies House. All limited companies, okay? So you can go to this website. I click in here, Atlant. Atlant Investments. Okay, let's come up here, where this is the address that they gave. Now again, this address is kind of strange. 25 Linnenhall Street, Lisbon. I live in London. I'm based in London. The address is wrong, guys. And so, hey, right, now sorry, lose my track. Let me click on there. This is where they claim to be. You've got their company number. Where are we? Nature of business, nothing there. Filing history, it gives you all their supposed tax filing history. If you go to my previous video, you'll see their files, the files that they actually apparently put in. And then we go into the offices, and the offices here, director, blah blah blah. So it gives you all, it's supposed to give you all the information as far as who runs the company, who's in charge, the secretary, everyone else. And this is interesting. Since I looked last time, the name has changed again. So this just shows just how dodgy this particular company is. So it's red flags galore on this one. Okay. And also the very last tool, as far as HYIPs are concerned, right? Now HYIPs are basically monitors. When I say HYIP monitors or investment monitors. Now there's quite a few of these online. Some of them are recognised, some of them are not so recognised. And what they do, they scour the internet and they look for HYIPs, and they rate them. And what some of the better ones do, they actually, or they claim to, because don't believe don't believe anything that any of them say online. Just assume that what they're saying is a lie. Okay, so they say that they invest $400 in this particular one, and they claim that they invested 200 USD in Atlant, right? Now, the problem with these monitors is that they're not always accurate, okay? But what they do, they give you a general indication of what a HYIP is like, how long they've been going, how long each one of these has invested in these HYIPs. Now, as an example as to why not to fully trust these things, I logged into here. This is Atlant Invest. I'm going to refresh this page. Okay, bearing in mind that Atlant has crashed and burned. Okay, what is it saying here? It's saying that they're paying. Okay, but Atlant have gone. You know, even their Facebook group has disappeared. Everything's gone. They packed their bags and gone back to Seychelles. So, but this monitor's saying that they're still paying, and if you took everything that they say here as gospel, then some people would be inclined to invest in this particular company. There's another one here. This is another one. They've got Atlant Invest. They've got them down as 5-star. You've just got to laugh. You know, HYIP.com that's that particular one. But all these are monitors. But the only good thing about these is that you can kind of gauge an overall perspective as to how long these things have been going, and what some of the members have actually had to say about it. Is the program still paying? Is the program, does the owners of the program communicate well, or whatever, blah blah blah. But if you give yourself like a week or 2 weeks based on what these reviews have said, then you will know whether or not the program is up and running. Do your own research, go to the actual website, blah blah blah, all the rest of it. So that's it, guys. I try to keep this as short as possible, but it's stretched to like 12 minutes. But I'm trying to emphasize, you have to be very careful. This goes for RevShare as well as the HYIPs, high yielding investment programs. Okay, there's angel and devil in there. There's good guys and bad guys. So you just use your common sense. If something is too good to be true, it probably is too good to be true. But having said that, there are some of them. If you view it as a gamble, then take a gamble, because there's some good money to be made, guys. But please be careful out there. And as I said, check out my previous video on this particular company, and I'll show you the information that you could get, the company records, how long the company's been around, the CEOs or whatever, and I'll break it down. I'll show you how to get all that information. But until the next video, guys, take care, and please be careful.